Meet the process of creating quotes for subscription products that renew at the end of a contract. In this series of videos, I'll show you how to create a contract, a renewal, an add-on opportunity, and a renewal quote. So let's begin by creating a new contract.
We'll begin by creating a new opportunity from a customer account called Bourbon Barrels Incorporated. I named this opportunity Kentucky Opportunity since that's where the finest bourbon comes from. Go ahead and set your close date. Select Proposal Price Quote as the stage. Now save the opportunity and create a quote. The first thing I need to do is mark the quote as primary. This is imperative so that the system knows which quote needs to be used for the term, start date, and quote lines. Because this is a contract, we need to select a start date. Something to note as well is that the contract end date will be automatically calculated from the system based on the start date. So, if you choose to manually enter the end date, it will override the system logic and create a proration. I know that I'll be adding a subscribed product, so I need to enter a subscription term, which in this case will be 12 months. While we're here, I'd like to point out a Spring 15 feature called Change Autopopulate Behavior in New Quotes. Quote fields that are synced to fields on other records can now be set up to autopopulate when a sales rep begins creating a new quote. This enables billing and shipping information to auto-populate onto the new quote. As you saw, I didn't actually enter in the billing or shipping information on this new quote. This saves sales reps time from re-entering this information. In this example, I'll show you how the Bill to Street field will be set up. Navigate to your field metadata, click Manage, and add a new type of field metadata in order to add the fields that you want to be auto-populated. So for the sake of this example, it will be Bill to Street. The first field you want to enter is the name. That one you'll actually find within the URL of your custom field page. That's the ID that I've outlined in the red box. You want to copy and paste that field ID directly into the name field. Then you'll enter the field name of the field you want to auto-populate. So this is an API name. And then finally, enter the object name of the object where you want the field to be auto-populated. In this instance, we enter the API name of the quote, and then you repeat for each field that you want to be auto-populated on the quote. So I did this for both the billing and the shipping information. Alright, now I can save my quote and begin adding products. Select your price book. I'm adding a product that's always in high demand, the Barrel Club, which is membership to the Bourbon Barrel Club. You'll notice that another product called Barrel Club Shipment is automatically being added to the quote with a unit price of $0. Not all the Barrel Club members can live in Kentucky, so they have to get the bourbon shipped to them somehow. I'd like to quickly point out another Spring 15 feature. As you can see, we're forced to select the Barrel Club Shipment product. This is because our Spring 15 feature enforces the selection of one product option in a feature by using radio buttons. This allows administrators to enforce sales reps to select one or no options in a feature. So in our example, because most Barrel Club members don't live in Kentucky, they need the barrels shipped to them, so we want to ensure that that product is also added to the quote. You can see in my product feature detail, I've given a min option of 1 and a max option of 1. Choosing a max option of 1 ensures that the radio button will appear. But if you include a min option of 0, you will also get an extra radio button selection of none. But because I want to ensure that the Barrel Club shipment is included with the Bourbon Barrel Club product, I'm choosing a min option of 1 and a max option of 1. Barrel Club Shipment is a subscription product with a term of 12 months. As you can see, the list and net price is $400. This is because we set the subscription pricing to be a percent of total, the subscription base to be net, and the percentage to be 20%. In other words, the price is calculated as 20% of the net price of the Barrel Club, which is $2,000. If we added 2 Barrel Clubs, the net price of the Barrel Club shipment would be $800, and so on. So now I'll save the quote and return to the opportunity. First, I'll change the stage to closed 1. Then I'll select the contracted checkbox. This can also be done automatically by creating a workflow rule. By selecting this field, a contract will be generated, as well as subscriptions and assets. Click Save. Because it might take a moment for the contract to be generated, I would suggest refreshing your browser. Here you can see a contract has been created. I'll go ahead and click on the contract number. Let's take a look at a few things before we move on. First, you'll notice that the contract is in draft status. This means it's not yet active. You should also notice that the contract date matches the start date that I entered on the quote. The contract end date was automatically calculated by the system to be 12 months from the start date. This was based on the subscription term that we entered on the quote. Now activate the contract. Click OK to confirm. Now you can see the status has changed to activated. You can see that the Barrel Club shipment has been added as a subscription product. So let's go ahead and click on its subscription number. Subscribed assets are created for percent of total subscription items. So in this case, it's the Barrel Club shipment. It's also important to note that a single contract can have multiple subscriptions, and a subscription can have multiple subscribed assets.
Now that we've covered how to create a contract, in the next video I'll show you how to create a